Hi everyone. Today we will be discussing SAP Global Rollout Timings and its advantages. In the previous video, we saw what the SAP Global Rollout is and differentiators between the first template or the first rollout and the subsequent rollouts. Now let's look at how a global rollout timelines are and its advantages. Now, the typical SAP global rollout timelines are as follows. Now, here we can see there are these 5 SAP Activate phases which are there, and the very first country with the standard template will be implemented. We need to keep in mind that for the first country wherein we form the standard template, the SAP preparation and explore phase of the SAP Activate will be longer or elongated compared to the usual projects, because you will be spending more time on identifying the standard template and processes. You will be mapping it to the standardized templates, so it will be more extended or elongated compared to the other rollout projects which will happen subsequently. uh, Now we need to understand why and how the next subsequent rollouts will start and start. So typically, if you see any SAP implementation project wherein you have maximum work and maximum resources are there in the realization phase, and as and how you come towards the end of the realization phase, that is where you start tapering down your resource count, because you are ready to deploy it to the system, and then it will start running in your system and it will go in maintenance or support phase. So towards the end of the realization phase of the first template, you will start the next rollout project. Now, there are various factors which will determine which country's rollout will happen subsequently. So that is a separate topic altogether. But as a project manager of a SAP Global Rollout project, you should understand that once the template is the ready and the template is using that template, the realization phase of the first country or company code is almost getting over, you should start ramping up resources and other activities for the next rollout, and that will continue. Let's say if once the rollout number 1 gets over, the realization phase gets over, the next rollout to project discover phase will start, and so on. Now, does it mean that every time you have to follow this sequential pattern only, that at a given point of time you will only have one rollout which keeps on happening? No, depending on the impact or the size of the next country rollout, you can decide whether you want to go for one country or one company code at a time, or whether you want to go for multiple company codes or countries at a time parallelly. So typically what it is seen is that, let's say if you have your geographical presence or your business more in North America or Europe, you will go with that rollout first, and then you will identify other countries. Let's say might be within Europe also, there will be some country where your presence is less, so that country might be pushed back because it has lesser impact on your um, company's operations and profit and revenue and other things. So depending on the priority and the importance the country has, and the volume of work or impact which has on the system and your organization, your the sequence of rollouts will be planned accordingly. Either it will be sequential or parallel to make optimal use of your resources, and also it should not have impact on your system as well. So this is just a representation of, first you have first template, then you have the next one, and so on in a sequential manner, but it can happen in parallelly as well. Now, the advantages of spread out timelines, which you need to understand as a project manager, are human resources can be reshuffled and reused. Let's say the first rollout is the first company code or the country rollout is over, and you want to offboard the resources. The same resources can be onboarded to the next rollout because they already know what is there in the standard template, and they know the areas where customization is needed or custom developments are needed, etc. They are familiar with your template as well, and you're reusing the resources. Also, it has low impact on your system because the changes with respect to any country are time phased. You are not going by a big bang approach wherein you are pushing everything into the system, and then you need to figure out what's going on because XYZ thing is not working. Is it because of country A or is it because of country B, etc. So because you have a time-phased approach, you will push everything in production for the first country. And once it is stable and running, then only the next country changes will be pushed into the system, and so on. So it has a low impact on your system. The next one is you have more clarity on each country requirement will be taken individually rather than having everything together and making it more chaotic. It makes sense to have everything in a phased manner so that you deal with one requirement or might be one country at a time. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much. Bye.